speaking of capitalism, I just thought that I'd talk about this as briefly as I can possibly talk about it. There's this girl that I work with who is a thief, and it's funny because about a month ago, I lost this coffee mug that a friend had given me, and I lost it at my workplace, and I came to the conclusion that somebody stole the coffee mug because there really was no other explanation for it other than, like, it got thrown away. But I don't know why anybody would throw away a perfectly good coffee mug. That's just not logical. And so I was thinking, like, who would steal a coffee mug? And she was really the only person I could think of. Now, at first, I was second guessing this because, you know, she's like a Wiccan, and so, you know, supposedly Wiccans believe in karma. But here's the thing. She hates capitalism, right? And when you hate a system and you think that you're a victim, and she's definitely a borderline personality. When you think you're a victim, you can rationalize doing anything at all. And so at first you might steal shit from corporations and you tell yourself that it's totally justified because it's capitalist and capitalism is wrong and all that shit. And I used to do this all the time, by the way. This is why I'm talking about this, because I see myself in this girl. And today she was bragging about how she stole this ring that she was wearing. And I couldn't stop laughing because I knew that I was right in my speculation of her, that, you know, if she's against this system, she can rationalize doing something totally immoral because she thinks that the system is immoral. So that rationalizes her stealing shit. But, you know, if you're gonna steal from a corporation, you might, you know, justify that as like, well, they're doing something wrong, so I'm gonna do something wrong. It's like some form of payback or whatever the fuck. But eventually that'll become a compulsion, and you won't just steal from corporations. You'll steal from mom and pop shops. You'll steal from your employer. You'll steal from your coworkers. You'll steal from your friends and family. I know because I've done it. I've done all of those things, okay? I was escorted out of a mom and pop liquor store. And I told her, I mean, I know that she stole the coffee mug, and I don't need it back or anything. I really don't give that much of a fuck about it. Like, a friend of mine gave me the coffee mug, though, so it kind of upsets me. But at the same time, it's like, well, how much shit have I stolen in my life? Like, it's not that important. It's just some materialistic object. But it was a gift, though. That's really the only reason that I have an issue with her taking it. But she is very sneaky. Like, I noticed that about her immediately. Like, she's very fake. She gives off this impression that she's, like, real nice, you know, bubblegum. She's the one I talk about. She's the one I describe as bubblegum. Okay? E-girl. Really, really pretty girl. She knows that she's really pretty. Very manipulative. Like I said, she's a borderline personality. Because she's emotional as fuck. Overly sensitive. She'll just start crying out of nowhere. But it's like, I tried to tell her today, I told her two things. I said, stealing shit isn't going to make capitalism stop. I said that. And I also said, that it's okay to be depressed. That your psychological problems are a gift. And she couldn't understand that at all. Because she's knee-deep in the victim mentality, which is precisely why she steals shit. I just pity the girl. I really do. Because all the stuff that she's doing isn't going to solve her problem. It's just this temporary distraction. I know, because when I used to steal shit, it was like I could easily justify it because I thought of myself as a victim and I hated capitalism and all that, but it was just like this compulsion that I had. And I think that it's really hard. Like, most borderline personalities lie straight through their teeth. So if they don't lie, they're going to do something else that's similar to lying, and I would say that that would probably be stealing. So the fact that she just, like, admitted that she stole something, I was like, man, I was so right about this bitch. But mainly, you know, borderline personality, we know everything there is to know about this illness. And I can tell you, the majority of people in today's society have this illness now because they cannot be away from their phones. If you take away their phones or you take away the internet, you're going to see that abandonment. Really rear its ugly head. And it's just, I mean, that's what makes me nervous about all this stuff that's about to happen, because you just, you just have no idea, like, how dependent people really are until, like, they prove it to you. You know, I mean, think about it like this. Think about somebody that's addicted to a drug. Think about somebody that needs their fix. Now just imagine that being like pretty much everybody in society, and then take away that fix. Like, what do you think is going to happen? I mean, we've been trying to warn people about this for a long time, that, you know, relying on machines, specifically relying on the internet, is not good for society. I mean, there's so many good things that you can learn from the internet. There's so many ways that you can better yourself, and you know, so many opportunities there that a lot of people have utilized, but so many more, you know, they just use the internet to destroy themselves. And I feel like the people that use the internet to destroy themselves are the ones that are going to be way more devastated than the people that have used the internet to better themselves and to learn and to grow and evolve and all that shit, which is interesting. But I guess we'll just have to see, you know, whatever happens, happens, right? But, yeah, I was just thinking about bubblegum. I feel sorry for the girl because she's so lost, which is why she steals so much shit. And I know that she's victimized. I mean, she has PTSD, but it's like she thinks that she can do all these things that are really, really bad, you know, because of whatever happened to her when she was a kid. And that's the saddest thing about borderline personality disorder, is that, you know, a lot of people that are borderline personalities are genuine victims. At some point in their life, something really, really bad happened to them. But they will continually use that as an excuse as to why they do all these really, really bad things. And the person that they hurt more than anybody is themselves. And I'm hoping that I planted some sort of seed, and maybe eventually she'll water it and try to talk to me about these things. But I have a feeling that she will run away. Because she, you know, when I tried to tell her that, yeah, you know, stealing shit's not going to make capitalism stop, she's like, oh, I know. And then she just immediately left the room and ran to the bathroom, you know, because she can't face herself. She can't face the truth. And that's what they do. You know, anytime that you tell people the truth, they run away because they're not ready for that. They're not ready to accept the fact that their behaviors are not going to generate the outcome that they want, and that it's not healthy for them. Like, it just bad karma, you know? It's bad karma, but it's also just, it's like it's just so self-destructive. And you feel like you're empowered by this anger and this bitterness towards the world, but you're really not. And that's what I tried to tell my friend Kimberly, you know, when we had this really long talk about her compulsive lying. And, you know, she fucking got it, though. But, you know, I was banking on her self-awareness. And, oh, man, I love Kimberly so much. She had an interest in bettering herself. You know, and a lot of people don't. It's just sad. You know, they choose the self-destructive route. They choose the victim route. They choose the, I'm going to continue to feel sorry for myself and let that define who I am as a person. And because of that, you know, they're leading themselves down a path of hellfire and damnation. I'm not even just talking about eternity. I'm talking about, like, in this life, you know? It's like, can you imagine just waking up every day and just thinking that you're a fucking victim, and all of your behaviors are going to fall in line with that victim mentality? That's the majority of human beings that exist today, you guys. How depressing is that shit? But anyway, I am getting eaten the fuck out of right now, and I just still keep sitting out here. It's so dumb. I need to go home. But anyway, I'm gonna go. But it was nice chit-chatting once again at the church. I guess we're gonna be performing this musical in other churches. We went to the Thompson Station Methodist Church, and this is the Grace Episcopal Church, so we got some more churches to hit up. And I'll talk to you later.